Namaste, Jai Bharat. Language is dynamic. Why do we say that something is dynamic? It's dynamic because it's continuously and constantly evolving and becoming. That keeps anything alive. Static, something when it is static, let's treat it as dead. So language is dynamic. And what makes language dynamic is that there are evolutions happening within languages, all languages. Otherwise, you call it as a dead language. New expressions comes into existence, new words gets coined. Sometimes some very funny words also gets coined. So like this, language remains ever becoming, changing from one to another, new meanings come, etc. So here we have new expressions that came into English language, especially in Bharat, that's celebrity. Initially, I was not understanding what do they mean by celebrity. Then later I understand celebrity is celebrity is supposed to be a person whom people celebrate, and I still don't understand what's the meaning of celebration. That way, but means someone who is popular, someone whom people likes to see, and maybe interact with, etc., etc. Now, what is celebrities in our society today? Many of them are the film stars. They have nothing much except very few who are sensible. Others are mostly empty. They're not the kinds of people whom we see on the screen. On the screen, they may be good actors, maybe good artists, and the actors are actually following the instructions of the director and the script writers, and then many others. So their originality is partial. But their originality is only insofar as they present themselves to the tune of the character designed for them. So that, of course, is an ability which, of course, everyone recognizes. The actors. Another kinds of celebrities we see in Bharat are the cricketers. These two are relatively harmless, though some of the actors they speak into politics. But then we have another element who are the politicians. Politicians, are they celebrities? Really? Not really. No one calls them as celebrities, but they are much, much more popular, and they are the in kind of people in every kind of movements. Okay, so many times these are the kinds of people that those keep appearing in front of you through media. These days we have media. Whatever media it is, they keep coming and going, and people look at them, people observe them, people watch them, and children, at least the growing people, young generation, inadvertently imitate, copy them. Now this is a point which disturbs us. They inadvertently copy them. And look at the politicians. What can anyone copy from them? Many of the miseries and lawlessness what we see in society is perhaps due to these kind of inadvertent copies of these political people. Most of them are, I'm talking about most of them. There are exceptions, very seriously exceptions, very serious exceptions to this what I am going to say. There are exceptions. Keeping that in mind, majority are not exceptions, otherwise exceptions can't be exceptions. The majority people are so self-centered, self-seeking, and to all extent corrupt. They get things done for themselves and they just hardly think about tomorrow and beyond their noses. This is a real serious shortcoming. They don't think beyond their noses. And this precisely is what's happening all over the world. And especially in Bharat. We have an opposition who are absolutely artifacts in the hands of some agencies like Deep State, etc. Not just Deep State, there are similar agencies. Look at the programs they make and execute in others places. They themselves won't allow this to happen in their states and their areas and their societies. They make it happen in other societies, and where people, of course, are inadvertent victims of sufferings without knowing that they have been taken for rights. These people become models. They talk about them, and people flock around them. They are not less than this kind of celebrities. What we find in movies, movie stars, they can't become models. So the youngsters, the young generations, be careful about looking at these political, many times buffoons, who lie. Of course, they have their own dictum and they have their own methods and they have their own logic and they have their own ethics of deceit, lie, deception. That's how the word hegemony got into existence. That's how the word ideology got into existence. That's how intellectual deception for social domination comes into existence. These are all there, but they're at higher levels of political studies. But for common people, they don't know all those things. They simply think that person is great. They simply think that person is good, great, genuine, and of course can be our leader. They show, speak. These days we understand them to be idiots, but nonetheless we follow because of our selfish, nefarious intentions in our likelihood. So they can't be models. So be careful. This is my advice to the youngsters and the thinking people. You can't follow these people. Don't make them models. Just take them with a pinch of salt. You should. So till we meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Shri Ram.